How you doing, fan bam? This is Chris Muzo here with another video about Microsoft's live event, and they finally announced Windows 11 officially. And I know you guys want to know the release date and you want to know so much more information, and I'm here to share everything with you about that very press conference. Of course, if you got any questions at all, feel free to post it down in the comments down below, because I know everybody is excited to see the next generation of Windows, especially when it comes to your productivity, creativity, or even your gaming. So for the Microsoft press conference, just about everything was answered. I have everything in timestamp down below if you're in a hurry to find out exactly the information that you're looking for. Of course, if you find all this information useful, it would be a great help, and it would be great for the fan bam if you go down and hit that like button. And also, if you want to join the big wonderful fan bam, make sure you go down and hit the subscribe button for more, because we love to talk about PC and tech stuff, and face it, this kind of thing makes you super excited. Also, if you don't have a VPN service, make sure you get one, because it leaves you vulnerable to hackers. That's right, it'll leave you vulnerable to hackers. Somebody can steal your bank information, watch you log in, they can hack into your webcam, and not only that, your whole identity can be completely gone in just a minute. That's why you got to get something like ExpressVPN. It is one of the best services out there. Make sure you go down to the description box, because I have a special code for you if you're looking to get a VPN service. And besides, I don't think you want your internet provider knowing everything that you do. And that's what I think personally anyway. But let's get to the Windows press conference. So Panos Panay, the chief executive officer, and man, let me tell you, he looked like he was excited to be there.
I'm so thrilled you're able to join us today.
So the whole concept with Windows 11, they want you to feel very comfortable. They want you to feel secure and open at the same time, just like it's your own home. They want you to be connected. As Panos Panay mentioned, they created this very OS 18 months ago. And in my opinion, it sounds like kind of like Windows 10X, because they did kind of mention that like almost about 18 months ago, ironically. I believe they came from Windows 10X to innovate Windows 11. And you can see why. They wanted to be a universal product, such as they did with Windows 11. So afterwards, they played the trailer, and you got to see the beautiful design of Windows 11. They kind of wanted Windows 11's start button to be the home door, because when you press that start button, there is everything that you need, from your apps, your task manager, your settings, and your program files. Everything is in that very start button. So it's kind of a hybrid of the earlier Windows, but mixed in with a newer UI. They kind of want the UI to be kind of similar to your phone, and that's kind of where widgets come in too. They want transparency to be important, and they have adaptability of themes, which is a really cool thing in my opinion, to where if you have it in light mode, such as you see the wallpaper with a white background, once you turn it into dark mode, not only does it change all your programs into dark mode, but it can also change your wallpaper into dark mode. And widgets will kind of act like your task manager. It will have everything into one. It'll have functions from your weather, your calendar, your task. Everything that you do will be in your widgets. It's almost like opening up your phone, and that's exactly how they want it. They want you to be able to multitask comfortably without you referring back to your phone. So that's why they created the widgets icon and the Windows desktop, so it feels like you're multitasking, like you're looking at your phone, and you have Windows 11. Windows 11 is supposed to have faster wait time, Windows Hello is supposed to be faster, and also browsing is more secure, and it's supposed to be quicker as well. The updates are much more smaller and compact in Windows 11, to where they're actually up to 40% smaller. So when you download your update files, they will not take as long, and they won't take up as much storage in your space. They took the best of both worlds, to where you have that portability storage into a PC storage, so it doesn't take up as much space, which is a great idea. And hopefully Windows 11 doesn't give us broken updates. Windows 11 is not yet released, and I will give you details on exactly when. So Carmen Spoke, which is the partner director of user experience, she wants it to inspire, she wants creators to create, she wants developers to develop, she wants everything centered around the Windows 11 world. One thing that she mentioned, which was really interesting, is that you can access your last task. So if you exited out of your last task, it will pop up in your widgets as your most recent task. If you're working on a project, it can come up under your widgets as your last task. So if you were working on, say, editing a film, or if you were editing a photo, or maybe you were having a game session time, you could actually refer back to that in widgets. It's also able to track if you use an M365 on your phone. M365, short for Microsoft 365, where if you're using Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, PowerPoint, etc., if you're using that on your phone, you're able to actually open up on your PC as your last task. On a side note, to me, it doesn't sound like Microsoft is planning to come out with a phone anytime soon, but if they do, it's probably going to be a much more Android experience, and I will explain why a little bit later in this very video. But you're able to access your last task on your phone through Windows 11. She also mentioned some of the features that I showed you, FanBam, where it has the snap layout and how you can set up different layouts, and she was really excited to share that. What the feature is called is Snap Groups, and Carmen also mentioned that this feature is only available for Windows 11. Usually when you undock your laptop from your monitor or your TV or whichever you're using, it kind of forgets the task of exactly what it's on. Now with Windows 11, it actually retracts exactly back to what you were doing, so it does not forget anything that you were doing on your PC. She also mentioned with Microsoft Edge, it features vertical tasking. It already features vertical tasking now on Windows 10. If you don't know how to do it, it's just a little icon on your top left hand side to where you can actually revert your tabs on your left. Personally, I've used Microsoft Edge and I'm starting to like it actually a lot more than I thought I would. You can also use the multiple desktop feature, where you can set up different desktops with different wallpapers, different icons. You can have up to many as you want. So you can have 4 different desktops. One features gaming, one's for creativity, one's for productivity, whichever you choose. So you can have those very features for your desktop. When it goes back to Panos, he mentions team integration, which is a really new feature that they featured next to the Windows Start button. And what team integration is, it's similar to like what Windows Meet is, or Skype, or anything else that you use for video calls. So during the lockdown, Panos said that not everybody could see their family or friends, so everybody had to do a video chat or video calls. And he wanted this feature inside of Windows 11. So not only is it featured on Microsoft Windows 11, but you can also download it on iOS, and you can also download it in Android Play Store. I'm surprised they gave it the name Team Integration instead of Family Integration. It would go more with their Windows Home idea. But they came up with the name Team Integration, so you're able to connect across the world and be able to talk to whomever and whenever, no matter what type of device that they're using. So from there, they introduced Widgets. And Philip McClure, which is Microsoft's marketing director, he wanted Windows to feel like Windows still, even if you disconnected it from your dock, because most tablets, when you use them currently, once you disconnect it from your dock, it doesn't really feel like Windows. So he wanted the full Windows experience, even if it's on tablet mode. It still has that start menu right in the middle of the screen. It also features bigger touch targets, so when you extend the screen, you can also make the program or app bigger. So it still has those features where you can snap those boxes, or you can create those snap groups. And they also added the same features as your trackpad. So whatever touch features that you have on your trackpad or what you're used to on your laptop, they will have those gestures on the actual touch screen of your Windows tablet. One feature that I really heard, which rung my ear, was haptics will be enabled on the pen. Maybe there can be some driver development for DualSense. and that way you got some real haptic feedback. But anyway, to get to the point, haptics will be enabled when you use a Microsoft Pen, when you're writing, highlighting, depending on what use you're using it for. And Windows 11 does feature a brand new touch keyboard, which feels more like your phone, and it even features swipe gestures. When you swipe on a keyboard, then it will spell out a word. And Windows also features a very smart AI when it comes to voice typing, to the point to where it even adds the punctuations to your voice. Not only will it add punctuations to your voice, but it will also punctuate the sentences that you speak on its own. And the big feature that he mentioned was widgets will be just like having your phone. He admitted that even though he was on a Windows PC, you'll revert back to your phone every once in a while because it's just fast. It's just easier to get to certain things on your phone instead of using your desktop. That's why they created widgets, to where it will have your weather, it will have your traffic, it will have your calendar, it will have everything into one. It will have your news feed, your local news. It will have everything in there that you want and you can customize. They even have a tip on to tip your local creators in your community, like moi, which I thought was really interesting. Also, when you're streaming from your Windows tablet, if you're on Netflix or on Hulu, you can actually stream it directly to your TV now. So it will cast to your TV instead of hooking up a Windows network. You can actually just stream it straight to your TV for more efficient use. And then Sarah Bonds comes in. Finally, right? I know everybody wants to hear this part, but this is specifically on Windows 11 gaming. And she wanted Windows 11 to be the most comfortable platform and the best platform to game on. She did mention similar features that Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S has for Windows 11, which is auto HDR, which is something that you don't even really have to touch any setting, not just one. If your PC is HDR capable, it will have an auto HDR mode on it. It will also feature storage API, which will be much more easier to access your games. Instead of using a heavier load from your CPU, it will actually require more out of your GPU than your CPU. So it will actually lighten the load on your CPU, which will give you full capability and full control of your CPU. So your CPU can actually maximize its potential, same as your GPU. Whew, GPU, CPU. I know everybody has beef with Xbox Game Pass on PC. We all know it's a headache, it's not really easy to navigate, and it's not as nice as it is on Xbox Series X or Xbox Series S. Windows 11, it looks a whole lot better, it looks improved. They feature over 100 game titles, which includes PC games, the full access of EA Pass, and of course, and you have Bethesda's games on there too. It will also feature third-party titles from the big names to the smaller games. They also mentioned you can also buy the games directly out of the Xbox app. So any of the games that you do want, you can buy it directly, just as if you were shopping on the Xbox store. And another really great feature that Windows 11 will have is it won't be limited with Bluetooth. You can hook it up to many Bluetooth devices as you need as possible, which is a really great feature, especially if you're gaming on practically Bluetooth everything, which could be your headset, it could be your keyboard, your mouse, etc. There is so much more things that are Bluetooth now than ever, so why not give it the full capability? I'm surprised Sarah Bonds didn't mention this, but DirectX 12 Ultimate will be part of Windows 11. That will be part of your user experience, and that will also improve your gameplay. So if you're a developer, you can actually create your apps and put them up on the Microsoft Store, and they are going to take zero commission. So whatever you make is completely yours, or whatever you charge, I should say, is completely yours. And another great thing is that they even have a developers conference, because it seems like they are trying to be a lot more open. They're willing to open up. And so the biggest thing that I do have to mention that Windows 11 will have is that you can actually download anything that you want from the Play Store. It is going to be compatible with any Android app that you have on your phone. You can actually download it on your PC on Windows 11, and it will show up on your Widgets app. So whatever apps that you choose to open, or whichever apps that you want to use, you can actually use it on your widgets. So for Windows 11's release date, you probably really want to hear it. You're probably excited for it. You're probably amped up for it. And to me, it sounds like it's still going to be a little while before it does release. But I'm guessing Q3 of 2021, and very specifically in October, because when they do release something in the fall time, it's typically in October for some reason. I hope you guys found it useful. If you have any questions at all, please post it down in the comments down below, because I love hearing from you, fam. And also, if you find this content very useful, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Also, if you want to join the big wonderful fam, make sure you go down and hit the subscribe button for more, because we love to talk about PC and tech stuff. And also make sure you follow my Twitter handle right here, as it is the same for my TikTok and IG as well. And fam, guys, are you excited for Windows 11? Because I know I am. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Chris Mizo signing out.